weather is brought to you by the Medical Center.
Well, the atmosphere is becoming a lot more stable, and we've got a really pleasant day going here in southern Kentucky. Yesterday, the day before, still a little bit on the humid side, but we've had a secondary, kind of a weak boundary move through this morning. It did touch off a few showers earlier off to the north of us, but now it is bringing in the somewhat less humid, drier air. 82 degrees, nothing showing up on First Alert Live Doppler radar. We should be good to go for the rest of the afternoon. Temperatures, well, this is going to be fun over the next several days. 89, the average high temperature for this time of the year, and we're going to be close to that today. 87 for a high, then back to 89 tomorrow for the beginning of your weekend. And then as we go through the weekend, warm front's going to pass through, and then lots of heat and humidity come back into play, and we get back into the low 90s, at least through Monday. But there is a significant and really unprecedented change coming. Now, some have already called this a polar vortex. That is totally incorrect. So when you hear that, slap somebody, okay, and tell them that I did. No, Austin said you could do that. But when you hear polar vortex, that is not correct. It is just an unseasonable cool down in the middle of July. Once that front comes through, it will bring us some much needed rain. But look what happens Tuesday into Wednesday of next week, a high of just 79 degrees. And the low humidity levels is going to make that feel like, well, October instead of mid-July. So get ready for it. It's coming the middle of next week. Here's a look at temperatures right now. Not too bad, in the low 80s across southern Kentucky, with the dew points falling now down into some cases the upper 50s, lower 60s. That is much more stable air, not quite as humid. Now, we are seeing a few puffy cumulus clouds. These are mainly fair weather clouds that we're looking at now as we peer down Scottsville Road. There's Leachman Buick GMC Cadillac, home of the 2014 GMC Terrain, which you'll see later today at the Walgreens here in Bowling Green, at Nashville Road and Campbell Lane from 2 to 4. 82 right now, but it only feels like 83. Light west-northwesterly wind. 47% relative humidity. So again, it's starting to feel a little nicer outdoors. Here's a look at our AAA Systems Weather Cam Network. Glasgow, you're at 80. A few of those same puffy clouds in Barron County. Here's the Custer Cam up in Breckinridge County, 81 and sunny there after some early morning showers. Greenville, you're mostly sunny and temperature of 81. Mammoth Cave National Park looks the same. Temperature at 80 degrees. 86 at the Bowling Green Airport. 70s to the north, 80s to the south, and a little bit more of a muggy atmosphere once you head south of the Middle Tennessee area. Right now we're pacing 4 degrees warmer than at midday yesterday, but with the lower dew points now in the upper 50s and lower 60s, even though we're 4 degrees warmer, it feels a lot better. That secondary front has now made its way through the area. A few pop-up showers in the higher elevations of the Smoky Mountains at this hour. And this is a complex of thunderstorms outside of Wichita, a little bit east of Oklahoma City, about Joplin, Missouri. That is going to continue to head off to the south and east. Here's our boundary that came through this morning. High pressure now has taken over the forecast for the next couple of days. We're going to watch the tail end of this system. This front that came through this morning will actually rebound back into the area as a warm front, and that is when our 90-degree temperatures and a little bit more humidity is going to come back into play once we get into Saturday and into Sunday. And then the big system that we're talking about is still waiting in the wings. Actually, it's going to be remnants. Remember the typhoon? Yeah, the remnants of that typhoon that was called a raccoon, or that's what it means. The remnants of that are actually going to come through southern Canada and the Great Lakes in the middle of next week. And that's what's going to bring us the cooler air, believe it or not. Mostly sunny, pleasant this afternoon, 87. Mostly clear and seasonable tonight, 64. Tomorrow, we'll get it up to 89, then 91. A little bit more humidity on Saturday, 92 on Sunday. And that's when the showers will begin, and we could use the rain. Some pretty decent downpours, we think, on Monday with a high of 90. Showers leaving us on Tuesday with that cold front. And there's your significant cool down by Wednesday. of next week. We're back with more Midday Live in just a minute.